The following podcast may contain adult language and an abundance of death by snoo-snoo. So get ready, nerds, because we're talking Buck Rogers in the 25th century planet of the Amazon women. Welcome, everybody, and thank you guys so much for joining us. Today, we're talking Buck Rogers in the 25th century, the episode about Planet of the Amazon women. I'm joined, as always, by my fantastic panel of nerds. Matt Vader's here. It's your month, buddy.
It is. It's my month.
This is a great month.
It is a fun month.
I'm looking forward to every Monday.
I gotta get the chest hair. I can't. I'm wearing the wrong shirt.
Back in the 80s and 79, right?
79.
When men still had chest hair.
Yeah. We didn't bother shaving everything like weirdos.
Manscaped.com is not a sponsor of this podcast.
It's like, I have chest hair and you will like it.
And you're going to look at it.
And you're going to shave your legs and your pits. Okay, lady?
Judah's also here.
Hello. But my vagina has a full afro.
I did. Yes.
It definitely
70s bush was a thing. Yeah, for sure.
Speaking of bush, Matthew Kadish is here as well.
I do like the rock band Bush. I'd like to point out that at no point in this episode were there actual Amazons.
There's no snoo-snoo at all.
No, there's no snoo-snoo.
But I didn't think that this show could get any more sexy than the first two episodes. But
you were wrong,
I was very mistaken. This is one of the sexiest episodes of TV.
Yeah, this episode was
watched.
Like, hold my beer. Mm-hmm. Great show, great episode. I'm loving this classic sci-fi stuff. This is a lot of fun. So thank you, V, for picking this for your month.
It's a lot cheesier than I remember.
So
remember
cheesy.
how when we were watching Farscape, we were upset about the guy in the GIMP suit?
Yeah.
There's a vastly different scene just like that
and he
in this
rocks it.
episode. Oh my God.
It.
He walked out in that leather ensemble and I was like,
Damn.
oh my God.
Whoa, Joe Girard.
You your name is Buck and you totally came to fuck today. Yeah.
And you know what's funny about that is he left it on for the majority of the episode. Like
he went horseback riding.
He changed his outfit like 3 times in the first 15 minutes, but once he put that leather on, done.
He was I've found my second skin.
And the thing that was also nice is they didn't record every squeak that he made when he moved.
Right?
Yeah, that's because most of this stuff is ADR'd.
Yeah, for sure. All right, guys. Buck Rogers, 25th century. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We're going to take a quick break before we get into the episode, so stay tuned. We'll be right back. This gets real sexy, so grab your lube and whatever else you guys need and join us for this podcast.
Some tissues.
Some socks. Yeah.
That's so gross. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back. All right, guys, if you guys want to support what we do here, you can go to saltynerdstore.com and grab some merch. We don't have any leather, but we do have awesome t-shirts. We got the classic Salty Nerd podcast logo that everybody's rocking. We've got Chet Chet. It's a couple's t-shirt. There's Chet Chet, and there's also Chet Chet Chet, which is from, of course, our favorite TV show, C. If you guys are following along with us on that TV show, you guys can grab that t-shirt, and you can do like a cool couples thing, and then post it on social media and tag all the actors, because they love that. And all kinds of cool stuff. And type in Salty in the promo code area or in the checkout counter area, and you guys can get 10% off on those t-shirts. So head over there, grab it. All right, Kadish, take it away, sir.
All right. Buck Rogers in the 25th century, season 1, episode 10, Planet of the Amazon Women. Buck is on his way back to Earth after observing a truce between the Ruathans and Madria, a planet that's being blockaded by greedy aliens that's cutting off Earth's supply of the much-needed mineral barbarite. But Buck must have gotten a good look at Wilma Deering in her purple cat suit because he wants to cook her dinner when he gets back to Earth, if you know what I mean. Buck also got Deering a shiny necklace during his trip to Madria, and Deering is ready to spread her legs for this 500-year-old dude at the first sight of it because it's so pretty. Anyway, this seduction is abruptly interrupted when Buck receives a distress call. Turns out a space yacht with 2 extremely hot sisters inside has broken down and is in danger of crashing from orbit. Never fear, Big Daddy Buck is here to save the broken down spaceship, and the sisters can't help but notice how good-looking his voice is. They convince Buck to call them via FaceTime so they can get a good look at him, and the two sisters nearly orgasm at the very sight of this manly man from the 20th century because he's just that hot and his dick is just that big. As the sisters change their panties, Buck tows their space yacht back to the planet of Xantia, which is extremely isolationist and hostile to visitors. But since Buck is giving these two hot young babes a ride back to the surface, he's allowed to land.
You know, girls, I'm feeling very into sisters right now.
So
God, he makes it so much dirtier.
it's so dirty. Listen, that little scene, that back and forth like FaceTime that they had with Wilma, and he's like, "Hey, Wilma, how you doing? You want to do dinner tonight? You know, 7:00 my place. I'll cook you dinner." I mean, he's willing to cook her dinner, and he got her a necklace. The
Okay,
dude
but-
has Wilma on his brain 24/7 at this point.
Okay, but I don't anticipate that meal tasting like food.
What do you think Buck Rogers would make for Wilma?
Did you see his apartment?
Yeah, it looks like shit.
Yeah.
Well, he also mentioned what he was going to feed her at the end of the episode.
What was it? Did he,
yeah.
yeah. We're gonna get to it. We're gonna get
Yeah.
to it. But it's a certain delicacy. It's not what it sounds like. And
Maybe it's an aphrodisiac.
and also when Wilma informs Dr. Hewer later on in the episode that Buck was going to cook for her, he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
Yeah. She's like, I'm not really here for the food.
This dude doesn't know how to cook, right?
No.
He knows how to fuck.
He does know how to fuck, for sure.
I'm gonna feed you this dick.
Spotted dick is served.
You guys make this fun little children's show so dirty.
Oh, fuck you.
This is not a
This
children's
is not
show,
a children's
sir.
show.
I watched the show when I was 9.
Well, you were
Okay.
abused.
This explains
This
so
was
much.
prime
Yeah.
time television.
Can we talk about how good looking Gil Gerard's voice is?
I thought, like, I was watching this and I'm like, if the roles were reversed, like two dudes in a spaceship, like trying to snatch women out of space, like, oh man, she sounds hot. What do you think she looks like? And then the one dude's like, oh, I bet she's fat and ugly.
Yeah.
And the other guy's like, no, I'm going to bet you $5 she's super hot. Like, if you reverse the
that's
roles.
what we'd be doing.
Yeah.
I mean, we do that already.
This was just basically Tinder in orbit.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they
Man,
pop
I
up.
hope he's hot.
Yes.
We need to see you on
Swipe
screen.
right. Swipe right.
Funny. He
Oh,
doesn't
you are
sound
acceptable.
Jewish.
If he had been like hideous and fat like
Fugly.
me, if it was me on the other end of the screen, they would have said, "Oh, our engines just came back to life."
Like
Amazing.
they did with Wilma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, help us. Oh, it's a chick. No, we're fine.
No, we're good. We're good. Never mind.
It's like, "Oh, you fat bastard." Sorry. No, I would have been okay.
Buck comes on the screen though, and they're like,
Oh my
Like,
god.
oh, God damn it. I need a bigger screen.
Yeah.
And the sisters were quite attractive as well.
"Oh, of
Oh,
course."
yeah. Heck
That gold and which one is yours? The gold or the red one?
Oh, I don't care.
I like
Which one is yours?
I like the gold one.
Yeah. For
Your
sure.
pick. You know what I mean. Come on now. Chill.
I claim woman.
I claim this one.
Alex likes the younger one, of course.
I'll take them both.
What the fuck does that mean?
So weird.
I don't know. I like the gold outfit better than the red outfit. What are you doing to me?
Well, typically you don't go for the blondes.
I don't. I am a brunette guy. My wife is Latina. All right.
Okay, then.
Moving on to the next one.
You need to knock one out.
Bro,
Just get it
Yeah, do you
over
want to take a 15-minute break
Yeah,
real quick?
I'm just going to bury my sorrows.
We had the weirdest conversation about lube earlier, and I'm still embarrassed
Jude
about
was like,
it.
could I borrow some? Never mind.
No. Okay, he's telling me about lube, and I was like, "Oh, what kind?" And he said he got like a big thing of it, and I said the wrong words. I said, "Oh, can I buy it?" I was like, "Actually, I don't mean that. I don't mean that." And then things got weird, and I was like, "But like, I would like to try it."
I'm so glad this is your guys' story this week and not mine.
And then he came up behind me at the kitchen sink. He like put his hand on my shoulder because he was trying to get past me, and I was like, I think probably no touching, no touching. I'm really sorry. I regret saying that. So now I'm telling you. So great, good for me.
I told her what type of lube she got. She was like, don't touch me the rest of the day.
What kind?
It's CBD.
Hey, you turkeys. You like my helmet?
What a bod. This fucking show, dude. All right, Kay, just continue on.
All right. On the surface of Xantia, the sisters Linnea and Nairi chide their uncle Cassius Thorn, which isn't an evil name at all, for not checking the yacht before they took it for a ride. The sisters offer to thank Buck for saving them by putting him up for the night, with Linnea offering to make dinner, while Nairi offers to show Buck things no one ever gets to see. Before Nairi takes Buck away, her sister warns her not to wear him out because he's got a big night ahead of him. But as soon as Buck's out of earshot, Linnea tells Thorn that she and her sister deserve a bigger cut for bringing Buck to the planet because he's just that darn sexy. Thorn agrees, saying he thinks the Prime Minister might be interested in this fine specimen of masculinity.
Listen.
The one sister's like, I get him first. And the other one's like, good, because I want him last.
So what I'm... She wants sloppy seconds. He's all tired. Listen, something must have happened to the food in the 25th century in this world, because like when you actually look at the dudes that he's going up against, like no wonder they think that about Buck. Like all the other captured guys that are in that freaking little...
They're just dudes.
They're just like dudes. Like
they're just guys.
Yeah,
normal dudes.
I mean, the 70s were wild.
They're like guys who sit on their ass a lot and fly around in spaceships.
Have you seen what a 70s porn star looked like?
They look just like those guys.
People were paying to watch them fuck.
There's like one dude with like goofy ass feathered hair and like fucked up teeth. And he's like, I'm like,
yeah, he's from Wales.
Yeah. I'm like, no wonder Buck is like this prized possession to these people.
He's a stallion.
He's a stallion, right? Yeah. He's a freaking stud.
He's a thoroughbred. Oh, babe.
All right, so back on Earth, Dr. Theopolis is dealing with a very surly Amazon Alexa called Devronin, who represents the Ruathans who are besieging Madria. Earth's generators cannot function without the mineral barbarite, so Devronin knows he can fuck with Earth as much as he wants because they get most of their barbarite from Madria. No one's happy with Devronin's heavy-handed negotiating tactics, particularly Tweaky, who takes his frustrations out on the ass of Devronin's sexy manservant.
Beady, that's bullshit.
Hey,
listen,
I'm gonna give you a tweaky with my
tweaky
fingers.
The fucking sex robot grabs the dude by the ass and pinches it, and he's like, "I'll show you." Beady, and he fucking like
he tweaked him.
Literally, yeah.
That's how we got his name.
That's what he said. He's like, "I'll tweak you myself," and I was like, "Fuck, dude, I'm over the sex robot and I'm over the talking light brights."
Tweaky never goes away.
He's
in every episode.
Fuck, God damn it. He is the kryptonite to this show. Like, otherwise, it's fucking amazing. But every time they go back to stupid ass Earth,
I know, right?
And they hang out with the light brights and the fucking sex robot, I'm like, skip. Like, it's so cringy and so stupid. I can't.
Was there like a rule in the 70s that there had to be like one little person in every show that was made?
Do you think they had more work back then?
I don't know. I don't know
either.
I don't know, but there was like, maybe.
Wait, are you saying Tweaky's not a real robot?
No, he's not. He's a little dude with a penis helmet.
That is a straight penis helmet.
It is a straight up penis
I'm sorry, but Tweaky's a smash.
It's never been more evident than in this episode so far.
You know, people thought Darth Vader had a penis helmet. He's got nothing on
Tweaky.
Yeah.
Tweaky literally looks like a walking vibrator.
A walking vibrator. Yes. Even like the way his face is shaped. Oh my God.
Yeah.
It should be rated NA, you know?
It really should.
I
think it was one of those things. I'm starting rewatching this now. I'm as an adult.
They had to do it on purpose.
I'm beginning to wonder if like the producers and writers of this show were like, let's really fuck with people.
They had to. It had to be on purpose. There's no way that's an accident.
Yeah,
this is a feminist show about female empowerment.
Okay.
And Tweaky is a sex robot, therefore the pleasure of Wilma.
Okay.
And
all right. You think that's what he does in his spare time? He's hanging out with Wilma?
Maybe.
He's
look at him.
She's like, Tweaky, get over here.
Dr. Theopolis just likes to watch.
Yeah. He's just over there like a talking light bright. Oh.
Yeah, what was like, Theopolis, play my romance playlist.
Yeah.
He sets Dr. Theopolis on the floor, and Dr. Theopolis like vacuums while he's hitting.
Oh, like a Roomba?
Yeah.
See, now, if we remade this today, if we remade this now, and we have a Dr. Theopolis.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, gross. Somebody would be like, put a joke in there about having Theopolis like tweet, oh man, I'm out of lube. And Dr. Theopolis, I'll put that on the Amazon list right
On
now.
the list. It'll be delivered by tomorrow, 8 a.m.
Would you like me to add that to the grocery list?
Yes, Dr. Theopolis.
please.
Can we rename your Amazon thing?
Theopolis?
Dr. Theopolis.
You might be able to. I think you
Yeah,
can.
I think you can.
Oh,
That's pretty funny.
dope. You can change it to a male voice too, right?
Can you?
Yeah, I think you can.
Ooh, can I give him an accent?
You can. I think you can do Australian.
Dig.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and fuck my Alexa now.
That's why I bought it for you, Dave.
It's gonna be so sexy. I won't be able to control myself.
Just to turn the bass up really high and go.
Howard Stern.
This episode is off the rails.
It is. It's already.
We gotta
Buck
put-
Rogers, everybody.
We got to put the whole thing behind the paywall, bro.
Like two hot chicks in a spaceship lure Buck Rogers to tow them into orbit.
Right.
And
To fuck planet.
And creepy uncle's
Planet
down there
fuck,
waiting
yeah.
for him.
It's a pleasure planet.
Go ahead, Matt.
Go ahead.
Let's go.
Take it away.
Back on Xantia, Buck has changed into something more comfortable than his flight suit, which shows off the goods and all the way down to his navel, Khan Noonien Singh style.
That was quite the show.
Linnea and Nairi arrive to begin their seduction of Buck, but Buck is onto their game, sensing that something's not quite right. So he does what any man with big dick energy will do. He starts fucking with them, interrupting Linnea's attempt to roofie his drink as Thorne and the Prime Minister observe how awesome and sexy he is through a two-way mirror. The Prime Minister is impressed by Buck, and Thorne points out that he's the type of man she's been looking for, but that he has to go through the same processes as other men do under Xantian law. The Prime Minister tells Thorne to process him quickly because she knows Buck suspects something is up.
So you had a theory that this fucking uncle dude is a eunuch.
In my head canon, for sure. Yeah.
I can't think of a single reason to disagree with you.
But at the same time, every time I see this guy in an old 70s or 80s TV show or movie,
Is he famous for other
I
things?
go, he's a eunuch.
He's Viserys the spider?
He's definitely been in some
Not
other
Viserys.
stuff.
What's that fucking guy's name? The spider?
Varys.
Varys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is Varys the spider?
He might be gay
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, maybe.
because he's the one who's always like,
Ooh, find that man meat.
he's magnificent.
Yeah. Okay.
But they had to be a little more sly about
He
it.
does seem very on board with the plan.
Yeah. I mean, he's also
I just
making.
assumed that he was enslaved too, and he was like, "Okay, I got to act on board, or they're gonna like chop my head off."
Well, he's making money off of this because he
Sure.
gets a percentage of the auction.
Get some kickbacks.
Yeah, he gets a kickback. So maybe he's just greedy,
Maybe.
you know. But I literally like the theory that he's a eunuch. I think that's very interesting because he lives on this Amazonian planet, right, with all the women.
Clearly, he doesn't have much desire to hang out.
Clearly doesn't have any draw to the female population on the planet, but he's still like, I'm gonna make me some money if I
Make some
can.
money, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with that.
All right. So the Prime Minister's daughter, Ariella, is out horse riding when her mother catches up with her. Turns out Ariella doesn't like her mom's political policies, especially those concerning men, and is the leader of the opposition against her. Knowing that all opinionated women need is to fall in love with a good deep dickin', the Prime Minister announces to Ariella that she's found a suitable mate for her. Ariella's all like, I won't go along with that. But her mom's like, oh, sweetie, wait till you see him and his huge dick. And Ariella rides away in protest.
You make this show so dirty.
It's so dirty. What were you guys doing?
The mom's literally finding a guy to pimp her daughter out to.
I mean, the show was already dirty.
1979,
Yeah,
bro.
it's a good time to be alive. these
It must have been.
We need to embrace it.
all these fucking snowflakes these days.
Right?
Oh, God, it's so offensive.
This movie,
This
this is amazing.
Yeah, it really
it's
is.
so fun. And it's like, it doesn't give a shit.
the
You know, and
outfits I am
Yeah.
living for.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You know, the thing that sucks about the outfits is the material. It's polyester, and it
Yeah.
sucks. If they could find a material that like didn't like make your body break out in hives every time you
Well-
wore it, it would be much better.
I mean,
Look at his boots.
Yeah, man.
they're lined with soft.
Bro, he's literally wearing like a sexy version of Obi-Wan Kenobi's robes from
absolutely.
A New Hope.
He's a total pirate.
Yeah. That's he's
Pirate.
a pirate.
It's pirate. It's pirate clothes.
It is.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a pirate.
I want to be a pirate.
The puffy shirt, Jerry. It's the puffy shirt.
And
Have we gotten to the auction?
Got all these old milfs running around in their robes and their silk robes.
Bro, you know what? Have we gotten to the auction part? Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll save my thoughts for that. Then. Dude, this show's like I prefer this. I was born in the wrong decade.
You were, yeah, and It's,
but you know how we change that?
How?
We change it by being us and talking about it and putting it out there and changing the culture. To like, hey, it's okay.
It's like you can be sexy and you can still have a little message about the world. And they do that in this show.
Yeah.
Slavery's bad.
Slavery's bad.
Selling people is bad.
Fuck.
Dun, dun, dun.
That's the message of the show.
Yeah.
Also, banging is good.
Banging is good. Slavery is bad. Chest hair is good.
Chest hair is okay.
Leather.
If you have
excellent.
Listen, if you're blessed with the awesome powers, own it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not, so I don't try to like pretend.
You know, the only thing is dudes might like to be sold because it might be kind of fun.
He didn't. Well, we'll get there in a minute. Go ahead, Kadish. Take it away.
All right, so guess what? It seems like the sexy, slutty sisters are still trying to roofie Buck, but Buck isn't having any of that nonsense. Like any good pimp, Buck doesn't trust sluts, and he's immune to all their shucking and jiving. Frustrated by the sisters' lack of progress, Thorne pulls out his gun and saunters into the room telling Buck how things are going to be. But Buck shows off his Shatner foo skills and fights off the sluts, at least until Linnea shoots him with her bitch lasso ring and knocks him out. Now that Buck is incapacitated, Thorne rejoices, noting that Buck is going to bring them 10,000 credits at least.
Oh, man.
That's the t-shirt right there. I'm just here for the kicks. And he does that fucking goofy spin kick.
I thought Shatner was like the master of Shat Foo.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, Gil Gerard.
He's owning it.
Took Captain Kirk and threw in some Buck Foo.
Yes.
It's like Buck Foo. It's a next level.
And he's quipping while he's doing it.
Yeah.
It's so
Dude, the one-liner is just amazing.
Also that scene where he's just like,
oh yeah. I'm gonna fight these two bitches.
Listen, it's straight. Do you remember the fucking the James Bond movie where Connery fights these two chicks in the living room, and it's like Barbie and whatever the other deer or something, whatever her name is, and it's literally this scene from this show.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, this is amazing.
And the rope.
The invisible rope gun.
Rope gun. Was so
And,
awesome.
he just goes.
But if you slow mo it, you don't really have to slow mo it. You can see him like trying to like keep his self like look like he's tied up.
Did you slow mo this scene, bro?
While he's falling down. It's like, okay, Gil, I'm gonna need you to redo it again, but I need you to like really, really keep your arms tight against your chest. It's like, come on, guys, really? This is how many times do we have to do this?
And I love the
can
other
see it.
sister is really just using finger guns.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
She's like, pew, 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 pew.
It's freaking amazing.
Yeah,
It's so
funny.
fun.
It is so fun.
So fun.
it's one of the best fight scenes I think I've ever seen.
It really is. It really is. I would put it up against any Shatner fight ever.
Yeah, absolutely.
100%.
Shatner versus Khan in the
really,
engineering room.
I'm really starting to become a Gil Gerard, Buck Rogers fan.
He's still kicking
Because
around.
He can dance.
This is better than the Gorn fight.
It's like, listen, he can dance better than John Claude.
He can.
Okay.
Okay. He can fight almost better
He
than
can teach you
Kirk.
how to rock and roll.
I think you're afraid to say it because you think you're afraid of the backlash.
I'm a little bit.
Can he fight better than Shatner?
I think he can. I want to see Buck Rogers versus
Shatner.
I want to
O.T.
see
Kirk.
an old-fashioned red dog fight between Shat and Gerard.
Yes.
You know, and I want to see a logic contest between Dr. Theopolis and Spock.
Light Bright versus
All
Spock.
right.
Like versus that might be something. Yeah.
I mean, I think Dr. Theopolis can definitely sweep a floor better than Spock can.
I think that there's a certain amount of points
I
that.
can see the comments in the chat right now.
Oh, I hope we start a war.
We're gonna get 40.
I
fucking
hope
comments.
we start a war.
How dare you?
In the comments, is Buck Rogers in the 25th century better than Star Trek: The Original
Is
Series?
he Kirk fooing? Is he out Kirk fooing Kirk?
Wow, that's a fight. That's a fight to be made.
And if you're saying that, you need to watch the episode
Listen, man.
first, because you guys don't know what I'm talking about.
Gil is like in his 70s, I think.
Oh, probably, yeah, now.
He's younger than Shatner. He should still be out there kicking around doing some shit.
He kind of
Just like Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Just like Jean-Claude Van Damme. So I'm wondering, like, why is he not at the freaking conventions and shit? Like, get that dude
in
at a
his
convention.
leather outfit.
Yes.
That we haven't even got to yet.
I'd pay for an autograph.
Yeah.
I'd pay for a $50 scribble.
I think I would too. Him and Aaron.
Aaron Gray.
Wilma.
Aaron Gray.
Aaron Gray. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they still out there? We gotta Google
I
that.
know Aaron Gray's still around.
Take it away, Kadish.
All right. When Buck wakes up, he finds himself in a cell with a bunch of other handsome young men and realizes he's one of many kidnap victims. Thorne shows up and taunts Buck about how valuable he is, threatening to dispose of all the men very soon. Once Thorne fucks off, Buck decides to come up with a plan, one where he can beat the shit out of all the female guards and escape. He rallies the other prisoners around him and tells them exactly how he's going to break them out of this joint.
That's a man's man right there.
Man's man.
It's a fucking man's man.
Man's man.
Listen, boys, get around. Huddle around. We're going to come up with a plan to get out of here.
Tell you a tale that you can tell your grandchildren.
Yeah.
I like how they're like, we're 6 fully grown men and all the guards are women.
Yeah. I mean,
Can't escape.
really? Come on. What's the problem?
I mean, but do they want to escape?
Who would really
that's the
want to
thing.
do that?
Like,
It depends on who I get sold to.
yeah, like
I know,
Jude,
right?
like I need you to like just give me a second here to finish this thought, because I know it's going to piss you off initially, but I think the follow through might be okay. Again, reversing the roles, right? It's degrading to have a woman on display and a bunch of men like bidding on her, like, I'll take care of her, $1,200, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's horrible. Like, you look at that and you're like, ugh, these fucking men are gross. But in this situation, when I'm watching Buck and he's sitting there and he's like, here, rip his shirt off. And he's just sitting there and he's like, who's going to bid on me? And like not share bids on him. And he's like, all right. And then like the super hot chick in the teal dress bids on him. And he's like, all right.
Yeah, the auction, the build up to the auction was kind of fun because
Yeah.
they're all like they go into the door, and they don't know what's going on in there. Like, oh my god, they're murdering him. They're
Gladiatorial fights.
Yeah, they're like, they're killing them in there. And he's like, I don't think so.
yeah.
And he gets in there and he's like, this isn't as bad as I thought it was
Like,
going to be.
there's
There's just a bunch of hot chicks trying to bid on my dick.
We're kind of jumping ahead.
All right, guys, we're going to take a break. If you guys want full access and a whole bunch of offensive material, head over to saltynerdclub.com and sign up. You guys get access to everything we're not allowed to say on YouTube. So if you're not a snowflake, sign up and join us. That's all I can say. Vader, say goodbye to the people. Where can they find you on the socials?
I guess you can like come talk to me.
Yeah, you can come, all right.
Wow. You were off the rails today. You can find me at MattVader74 on the Twitter and the other social medias
Excellent.
that I use out there.
Jude.
I'm there.
You can find me in the other room telling these guys to cool it. Or also at I am Juju on Instagram and on TikTok.
Kadish.
You can find me at Matthew Kadish, Kadish on Twitter, and Truth Social, and kadishbooks.com takes you to our Amazon page.
All right, folks. Join us. Sign up. Support the podcast at saltynerdclub.com. Thank you guys for joining us so much. Like and subscribe. Share this episode with your friends if you're a classic sci-fi fan. And patrons, let's go.